Alright guys, this is Crab here to review the Maximum Spider-Man. So I know this guy's very controversial, but to I say, about that type of situation, is that if you want the guy, buy the guy. If you don't want the guy, don't buy the guy. If you have the money, and your bills paid, everything's good, why not get them? But I get that you're like, hey, we gotta fight back against Hasbro with these high prices. Because all the stuff going on in the world right now. And I agree this should be a little cheaper. It's a deluxe, it comes with more stuff, and they try to compete with the Japanese stuff. Cause we pay $60 and up to $100 or more for imports, and they trying to get on that import thing. And also for me personally, I like sturdy. So I get some people trying to hold out not buying it, but my whole situation is it's something that I really want. And then I gotta deal with that FOMO. Then they're gonna get all sold out. And then you gonna have to pay scalper fees.
By Thor's hammer, he's right. I don't want to pay scalper fees. God damn it, you're right. I gotta get my credit card ready.
And yes, I do not want to pay scalper fees. I don't want to pay any of those high prices. So I'd rather get it for the base price if that's what it is. Cause I doubt this will be at Ollie's. I doubt you'll find this at Ollie's for $25 or something. Cause everybody gonna want it, Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man. But I don't want to say too much into it. Just as long as you're happy, you buy stuff that makes you happy. And that's the side. You see, you got the side right there. Spider-Man. More Spider-Man swinging. You can see right there, he's swinging, doing his thing. The other side upside down. You can see him using his little spider sense. It's cool. I don't know if you want it red or yellow. It's up to you. But that is him. We'll get him out the box and see how awesome he is. Okay, I hope he's awesome. He better be. Hey, guess what? I'm going to do accessories first for this one. Because we got a lot of accessories, but they could have just did some extra stuff to make it stand out to being the maximum. If they want to have maximum power. So you get this stand, they use the webbing, right? You get this webbing. Got it. Yeah. So you got this webbing here. You can just plug it in. If you can find the hole, you just got about finding the hole. So I think that's the hole. It's all clear plastic. You can barely see it. You just plug it in there. I know it's hard. Sometimes it can get hard trying to get to the hole, but you can do it if you believe. If you believe in yourself, you can find the hole and stick it in like so. So that's that. If you squint, kind of like a cum shot. I don't know. I don't know. It look bad, but I know it's supposed to be like web ball. It's supposed to be with a web ball. You just web up your criminals, they be splattered everywhere. It's all over the place. It's crazy. Spider-Man, crazy. Stick them to the walls. Of course, you gotta have his wall crawling hands. See that there? You got the wall crawling. This is other wall crawling over here. Here's wall crawling right there. The other one, open hand. So these are cool. So say if you're doing role play mode, you have Spider-Man talking to some kid or something. He's playing this is how my web shooters work. So you got these. So you show them off. You want to take pictures of him, checking out, seeing his web shooters work, or explaining it. You got those. If you want to do that, get out of here. Of course, you got him starting up the webbing. He's shooting it out. I don't know if you can see it with my fur. So no way. So I put it on my black nail. See that? Just shooting out his webbing, just starting out. Pretty cool. You can do some amazing photo photography with that. And here's the same thing, but a wide spread. You can see that just spread it out like it's about to start and does web up building parts or something like this. See? So you got the wide spread. And of course, this is more of it coming in action. It's going to just get you. Just get you right there, all in your face. You got that, got here. And this is kind of a letdown, just the typical Spider-Man webbing. But it's not bendy wire, it's just flexible. It's flexible. You can hit people with it, just annoy them, just move. You can do it like that. And yeah, this should be bendy wire, So kind of a letdown on that part, but it exists for photo photography. course, you have to have the web shield, right? So he had this in Maximum Carnage, and you can do it in Marvel's Capcom. So whichever one you want to prefer, you have some thugs to fight and just stick out his webbing. I have him fighting like Ryu or Strider. He has that. So his little web shield. He got like a lot of stuff. See, come here. Oh, so this of course is the webbing hand. You gotta always have this with any Spider-Man. It always gotta come with his little whipping hands. So you gotta do that with every Spider-Man. I just don't know what's going on with his fingers. His pinky kind of crooked a little bit, but I guess that's just that's his way, you know. That's what he can do. Come here. So now I got the grabbing hands. So this is the hand used to grab webbing. You can grab anything with the hand. You know, you can grab anything that's open. You just put in a sword, a bat. You can do that, but Spider-Man don't really need it unless he's just about to break the bat. It's like, no, you cannot hit me with the bat. So it's a lot of stuff there. Here's his head. So with this head, it looks like he kind of like got one eye bigger than the other. I don't know if y'all guys can see it. But it's kind of like one eye bigger than the other. He's kind of doing a what's going on here type of look. But I just kind of wish with the heads though, they kind of give us different versions of heads. Like you had like the era of Todd McFarlane or the era of Mark Bagley. Mac. I think it's Mark Bagley. Yeah, so you can have different versions. And of course, you have Peter Parker's head. Looks kind of weird to me. I don't know. I get that he's all like in the mornings, all like happy to go look like, yeah, let's go start the day and get some criminals and stuff. And then I got rushed to the Daily Bugle and take pictures and get paid. So that's the look it's giving out to me, but it just look weird. They could have like got any photo of him with this hairstyle looking serious, or you know, kind of like the default like, you know, look. But I guess it's showing off his personality, smiling. Just where they did something with his eyes. His eyes look off. It's just things look off with this face. So I don't know. They could have did better, but it's here. You can use it. Get out of there. Last thing we got is the freaking Spider Sense. Bam. Now, do you like it red or yellow? Leave in the comments below. But I'm okay with either or. No, this does the job. You really ain't gonna use it for photo photography unless you're gonna always keep your Spider-Man posed and shocked and like just ready for action to move out the way. So you have that. And that's all we got for the accessories. I wish we kind of got just a little bit more. Like I said, like more heads just to show off different like versions of a Spider-Man, so you don't just have one version. Since it's supposed to be the maximum, and it's supposed to be like so much money, and they can go all in on it. And maybe like a parachute webbing thing, you know, because he did use this one of his most craziest things. So I don't know why they didn't put that in there either. See, we got some similar stuff with the maximum with also the Mayfax. So Hasbro might have been a little bit expired to do this. You can see how these look similar. And they give you a little extra stuff that the Mayfax one doesn't come with. And you know, Mayfax still come with like shoes and more hands. But look at all this stuff you come with. So the question is the value worth it for you? Cause Mayfax is like around like $100. This is $50. This is 30. This is import, so you gotta be delicate. This is still the hairless Peter. Same hairless Peter, same hair, you know. Stuff like this. Except, you know, you get the unmasked. I'm surprised that was a missed opportunity that the Hasbro did not come with, like a unmasked, like him holding the mask. But you did get the shield though. Impact weapon, but you get all these weapons too with this guy. And you know, and it's better, because it's not something he grabbed, you just put it on his wrist. Which I think that's what Hasbro should have did too. So, you know, the value is up to you, you know. You decide what has value. Will you go for this, or would you go for this? So leave it in the comment below which one would you feel like has more value to you. But that's it for the accessories, so let's get into the actual action figure itself. Now we have the figure itself, Spider-Man, the maximum Spider-Man. So this is supposed to be based on the Todd McFarlane art style. But sometimes I squint a little bit. I don't want to see Mark Bagley, cause that's my favorite artist. You know, that's my favorite artist that did Spider-Man. But he kind of look like he's coming off the game from Maximum Carnage. That was saying he don't look like the the Marvel's Capcom Spider-Man, but more so of the Maximum Carnage logo. Which I believe that art style was based on Mark Bagley though. So, but let's get into it now. How far his head can go. Oh, there you go. So he can look like he's going up, like he's looking like way up there. So that's new. He can look super far up, so that's cool. He can even like he got rotation on the neck, so he can move his head like a lot. He can move his head and his neck range, which is awesome. His butterfly joints is pretty good. You can get him like his arm all the way back there. You can see it's like all the way back there. You can go forward like that. There you go, there you go. Go forward like that. So you can do a good punch if you wanted to. Fine, come on, do a good punch for it. Yeah, bam! He can do it like that. He can tape balls. Tape balls. There you go, tape balls. There, there you go, there, that little snap. So he can T-pose. Of course, you got the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. Double jointed elbow. There you go, double jointed elbows. Alright. Now he can swivel out the forearm, right? Because it's like a little gimmick that, like, of course, that we saw in the accessories segment. You can pull these off and put the other arms on. So that's why that does. So you got forearm swivel, and then you got the wrist swivel. Of course, you gotta be able to bend at the wrist. Just new, just gotta let it work. It's new. There you go. Just kind of gotta put a little elbow grease in there. So you can do that. You can move at the torso up here. You can bend. Look at as far as he can go. Look at that. Look at that, baby. Baby. He get kind of low, man. Look at that. He get kind of low, that Spidey. Look at that. Made me think of that scene from freaking Wishmaster. He told dude to go fuck himself. That's what made me think. Oh, he's doing that freaking Spider-Man. Can you twist? Can you do the twist? You only can twist up here. You can't twist at the lower stomach there. It's like, yeah. Twist in the chest area, the lower abdominal area. You twist there. It's kind of hard to twist him, Want to be delicate with him, but he's a tough guy. He's not the typical import when you feel like you touch him, you gonna break it and stuff. Everything feels like cardboard. That's what it feels like. That's what an import. But he's tough. He can handle it. And he got the thigh up, so you can see thigh up. It's a thigh up. Thigh swivel. Thigh swivel. I'm mashing up. And of course, you got double jointed knees. You gotta have that. Can you swivel at the calves? Hey, you can swivel at the calves. So he got that. Of course, you gotta have pivot. He better have pivot. There you go. You got the pivot. You got the ankle articulation. So he's doing pretty good. He got drop down joints at the leg there. So can you do the splits? You can do the splits. You do pretty good splits. So yeah, get in there. Get back in there. So that's our Spider-Man. Designs, the blues are too dark, like the light blue, like the sky blue, the red. So some tell me they're gonna do another version of this one day. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do like a lot of versions of this one day. So it'd be weird for them to like bring this same thing out and then they like lower the price on another Spider-Man, but you get less stuff. So that'd be weird, but we'll see. But hopefully, Spider-Man go back to the normal price. But with this articulation, cause we don't necessarily need everything. You just gotta have the ultimate Spider-Man. It just come with all the stuff that you can just use with any Spider-Man. Though I said they should have had like a parachute or something with his weapon and bendy wire. Like stuff that you can like have fun with forever. And you only just need the one release now. You can just use this base body with less stuff and put them back at like $24. It'd be great if they gonna go back to 1999. Y'all guys remember that? But this is it of the Spidey. You can see a symbol there, little spider symbol. So it looks pretty cool. Like I said, I like just like how they got all the little texture everywhere. bring him close. You can see all the little wavy suit stuff. It looks cool. But now let's get into the size comparison. Cause from looking at them, it looks like it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty fun to take pictures of. I just wish I was better at it, but I gotta keep practicing. But yeah, let's get into some size comparison. So here's the Spider-Man I think is the best Spider-Man. So you got on the right, you got our Mayfex Spider-Man. And then, you know, on the left, you got our Renew Your Vow Spider-Man. Cause you know, he's the one that got the toe joints and all that. So with everything being subjective, you know, which Spider-Man is your favorite? Cause you know, some people like the first appearance Spider-Man. Now he's the best one, you know, that Amazing Friends version of him though. But these are my particular ones that I like. Versus the Mayfex though, he got the look. He's definitely Mark Bagley's look. Just wish they had this face on that body. But he's the new guy, and I said before, with imports, they're delicate. You gotta be very delicate with them. But with these domestic figures, you know, you meant to be played with, you know. Like, I guess technically they supposed to be meant for kids to play with and bang them together, not worry about them breaking, you know. But mostly adults collect them. So, you know, adults just kind of just look at them, you know, pose them around a bit, and then after they pose them on the shelf and leave them there for the end of time till they decide to do a new pose or whatever. But yeah, that's what I just want the Mayfex to be as sturdy as Marvel Legends, if they could. But for my opinion, who's the best right now? I'll say the new Maximum. But again, I like sturdy. Cause him, I gotta be delicate with him. He looks cool, mind you, but I do like muscle. I like them being thick with muscle. But I like sturdy too, cause I don't want like you trying to put the parts in there like super hard to put in there, and then they snap out cause you trying to push it in too hard, and then the thing just broke. And you gotta buy another $100 figure, versus, you know, if that break, you can just get another $50 figure. It'd be $50 less. But who want to do that, right? Who want to pay that much? Why can't we just go back to it being $19.99? Why? But you know, it's just greed. I guess at the end of the day, it's greed. Just like they give you like little flaws in the character, so you have to keep buying the next best one to have the best one because of FOMO, or you know, you get that itch that you have to scratch. But you know, this is all we got right now, and you're gonna miss out. You don't want to pay freaking scalper fees, and you just do what it takes just to get it. You know, you could make a point of just not buy any other figures. But when you're a collector, you know, you're gonna look at that for years and gonna like not come out for like 10 years or something. Then they finally bring it back or some crap. And you just gotta like sit there and just wait that long. And then you probably like never come out and you're like, oh shoot, I should have got that figure. Now it's like $200 or something now. But hey, that's why I like just get it. If you have the money, just get it now, get it over with. So you don't have to be kicking yourself, you know, in the butt later saying like, oh, I should have got it. Well, cause people gonna get it anyway. That's why you got so many reviews of the character. Like, he's probably Spider-Man. What can you do? So let's get to the next size comparison. Now you have our Spider-Man standing next to Ken from Jada and Kazuya from the Bandai line. So, you know, because Spider-Man appeared in fighting games before, so you gotta have him stand next to some fighting game characters. So if you want to have him enter a tournament or something. And of course, you gotta have the Maximum Carnage crew here. So you got Spider-Man standing next to our 3-pack Venom from that Life Foundation pack. Y'all guys know. And then you got the Carnage from that animated series, Black Spider-Man and Carnage Wave. So you got them two together, cause you know Venom and Spider-Man gotta work together to defeat Carnage. So of course, I gotta put them there. So now I have Spider-Man standing next to Luke Skywalker and the NECA Predator. So yeah, you know Disney on all this stuff anyway. And I don't know if you guys been reading the Spider-Man vs. Predator run. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Leave in the comment below. But hey, if you want to have Spider-Man fight Predator, you can see how they size up. So now let's get into the gripes. So guys, I did have fun playing with the Maximum Spider. I'm like posing them around and doing all these like little moves and stuff. So I had fun doing that, you know. I'm not happy with the price. Okay, let's get that out there. I'm not happy. with the price. I do not condone them raising the price of stuff for this Maximum series. I wish if they were gonna do a Maximum series, they go all in. Well, they did with the Spider-Man, but they just, I mean, go all in. Like, say if you were gonna make like a Blade figure, he didn't come with cloth good with bendy wire. You're gonna go all out, make them deserve to be $100 for a domestic or something, you know. But if he's just gonna be just the basic, usual stuff, he's just gonna add a few more accessories. No, leave it at 39 or I don't know, 30 bucks, $29.99 for a deluxe, you know, for a Spider-Man. He's not like gigantic, you know, and he's domestic, you know, he's domestic, he's not imported. I get you because you pay imported prices, but this is domestic, so I'd rather them keep the price affordable. But again, us spending like import money, so without disposable money, you know, if you have the money, you have the money. But I'm just saying though, that is definitely a big gripe with this line. Okay, guys? But if you want it, you gotta get it. You don't want to pay scalper fees. You don't want to like pay like $200 for this person later in life, and you kick yourself and you should have got it. But I'm telling you, they will use this body again. They're gonna use it with less accessories, so maybe it'll go back to $25 or $27 now, however they're doing, until this craziness is over. Then we can get back to normal. But we don't want it to be like the Dark Ages of Marvel back in the day when they barely made anything. Cause that sucked as a Marvel fan, trust me, it sucked really bad. So we don't want to go back to that. But the figure itself is really good. I do recommend them. Do you guys like them? Leave in the comment below, okay guys? So if you like them, leave it there. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people are buying it. You see all the reviews, everybody's still buying it, even though they saying don't buy it, but you know, you gotta buy it in because you like Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man. But this crowd signing out for you. Leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Be good, okay guys? Bye.